I don't know about all this stuff going on.
I need it.
Quiet on set.
All right. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Daniel Pineda.
My name's Adele Quo.
And here we go with our first show in December 2013. Here we
Year
are
went
in the
fast.
last of the Burr months for 2013, and well, a bit of a brief respite, but winter is bound to return. Having a few technical difficulties tonight, so we'll do everything off the hard copy.
Old-fashioned.
Before we begin, here's
Just like Rich.
social media reminder from my partner over here.
Well, that's right, Craig. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News, and the number one, and also on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News. So please visit us on our social media.
All right, great. Thanks, Daniel. Here we go with the first of our news items. Well, two Arlingtonians have won the prestigious Rhodes Scholarship to study at Oxford University. 22-year-old Emma Pearson is a Stanford University graduate. She went to Fairfax County's Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology. Pearson plans to study computational biology at Oxford. 21-year-old Brian W. McGrail of Arlington is a senior at Williams College in Massachusetts. At Oxford, he will study comparative social policy. He will also be conducting research on how other countries have found solutions to policy problems. 4 students, including 2 from Arlington, won Rhodes Scholarships. They will join 32 Americans and 83 students from around the world at Oxford University next year. So congratulations to those 2 Arlington students. Daniel.
Absolutely, congratulations goes out to them. And we also have some more winners to announce. 4 Arlingtonians won the 2013 James B. Hunter Award, Human Rights Awards. The Arlington Human Rights Commission announced the winners on Tuesday, December the 3rd. The winners are Leslie Alden, Richard Cobb, Thomas Kelly, and Margaret Patterson. The Hunter Awards are named after a former county board member. They were created to recognize people, community groups, nonprofits, or businesses that have demonstrated a sustained commitment to human rights or made some outstanding accomplishments in that area. The award ceremony will be on December the 12th from 7 to 9 p.m. At 2100 Clarendon Boulevard. The public is invited to attend. To learn more information about the winners, you can visit the county website at arlingtonva.us. Congratulations goes out to them, right, Craig?
You bet, absolutely. Okay, next up, this item on more awards time. Thousands of Arlingtonians voted for their favorite local businesses and venues in the 2013 People's Choice Abbey Awards. The awards were presented by the Arlington Office of Economic Development on Thursday, December 19. This year, the Abbeys featured 16 Best Of categories, and some of the winners included Arlington Public Library for Best Family-Friendly Spot, Westover Beer Garden and House for Best Happy Hour, TJ Thomas Jefferson Community Center for Best Gym and Fitness Center, and Trade Routes for Best New Business. The complete list of award winners is available at www.arlingtonva.us/Abbeys. Daniel.
Well, Craig, if you're always busy but want to catch up on your reading, you may want to join the library's commuter book club. You can take out books and then follow up with the book club discussion from the smartphone or your computer. Just join the Twitter feed at #APLRideRead. Once there, you can converse with the librarian and at APL, NICO, and other DMV book club commuters. So please visit them on their social media site.
And also in our news items here, it's that time of year again for tree lightings, and Shirlington is having their Light Up the Village Tree Festival. Actually, it took place this week. I'll backtrack on that a bit. The event was held on Tuesday evening, the 3rd of December. Fox 5 anchor Allison Seymour hosted the event. There were family fun events including face painting, horse carriage rides, and food tasting. Arlington Food Assistance Center, or AFAC, was also on hand to collect donations. So that happened down at Shirlington, and probably a good time was had by all, as they say. Daniel.
Well, that's right, Craig. On Saturday, December the 7th, you can help feed the turtles at the Potomac Overlook from 1 to 2 p.m. Potomac Overlook is actually located at 2845 North Mercy Road. If you're into it, volunteers can help the park staff find insects and worms to feed the captive turtles. Call 703-528-5406 to make a reservation. A $5 donation is requested. Craig.
All right, and we'll be back with more of our CBB and News for Seniors items right after we hear from Adele. And
It's easy being green.
Welcome back, Adele.
Well,
Hi, Adele.
thank you. It was a little bit of a break there, and happy Thanksgiving.
We all need
to
a break every once in a while.
every now and then.
Yep, absolutely.
And there may be a cough in there somewhere. But it is easy being green with a living native Christmas tree, just in time for the holiday seasons. Many of us love Christmas trees and all things that bring Christmas cheer. So why don't we enjoy a live tree without having to kill one? Once you're done celebrating the holidays, your beautiful native tree can be potted in a container for your patio or deck, or it can be planted in the ground. Buy a holiday tree that grows naturally in our mid-Atlantic region. It will probably cost less because local trees don't have to be shipped in from faraway places. Trees struggle to survive when planted where they wouldn't naturally grow, so your headaches will be limited long after you toss away the tinsel. Increase the chances of a live Christmas tree thriving in your landscape long past the holidays by selecting one that's native to our area. The following evergreen conifers grow native in Arlington, so bring this list to your local tree farm or nursery to pick up a tree that's right for your landscape and your holiday celebrations. First, the Eastern Red Cedar, or Juniperus virginiana. The excitement and increased demand swirling around this red cedar is being driven by this green buzz. That's the trend to use native plants. The blue color berries on the female trees give gin its characteristic flavor. Just a little FYI there. The second tree is the Eastern White Pine, or Pinus strobus. It's one of the most popular Christmas trees and remains the king of the Christmas tree industry. The white pine is grown for being a Christmas tree because of its soft, lacy blue-green foliage with needles about 3 to 4 inches in length. The soft needles make it safe around your small children. The white pine is a very graceful-looking evergreen. Its fragrance and excellent needle retention has kept it a popular Christmas tree for many years, especially in the traditional South. The third favorite Christmas tree is the Fraser fir, or Abies frizzieri, a beautiful ornamental tree with a classic Christmas tree shape. It's another big seller for live Christmas trees. The Fraser fir is native to the southern Appalachian Mountains and thrives at high elevations in western North Carolina, eastern Tennessee, and southwestern Virginia, so it struggles at our lower elevations. With its familiar blue-green needles, it's a well-known tree to many Americans. And last, don't forget Virginia pine, also known as Pinus virginiana. This classic pine scent of the Virginia pine makes it a very popular choice inside your home. It responds well to trimming, so it makes a good choice for your landscape. So remember, it's easy being green if you're going Christmas tree shopping this weekend. Why don't you try this year one of our mid-Atlantic native trees that live on after the holidays?
They live on, right?
They live on and on.
Plant a tree. You can never do wrong by planting a tree. I always
Absolutely.
say.
Bring
Except in the
forest
snow,
back.
right?
No, hey, these grow well in the snow. They're evergreen.
Absolutely. All right, thanks,
Well,
Adele.
thank you so much, Adele. Well, on to our...
We'll do a little CBB now,
yeah.
and we'll give Rich a chance to come in here and set up while we're doing CBB.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Well, the
go do
ice
it.
rink at Pentagon Row is opening on the same day. Pentagon Row's grand reopening celebration will be at 1201, that's at South Joyce Street, from 5 to 8 p.m. The outdoor ice rink is now Northern Virginia's largest. There will be a DJ, a s'more station to benefit a Girl Scouts troop, and a surprise performance at 8 p.m. That should be very exciting.
DJ and s'mores. What's
Yeah.
not to like about that one?
Exactly.
Also in our CBB items, Sunday, December 8th, the National Chamber Ensemble will have a holiday concert at Roslyn's Artisphere at the Spectrum Theater. The group will play music from Tchaikovsky, Brahms, Dvorak, and more. In addition, an amazing 12-year-old multi-instrumentalist, Avery Gagliano, will play selections from Mozart. County Board Vice Chair Jay Fissette will guest host this annual event. It starts at 4:30. Tickets are $30. Students are $15. And the number to call for tickets and information, 888-841-2787, or check their website, www.nationalchamberensemble.org, to learn more. Okay, and as promised, we'll be back with our News for Seniors segment right after we hear from Rich and his reviews.
Hey, Rich, how are you?
Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. The National Chamber Ensemble, they're a wonderful group. They play at the Spectrum in Roslyn. They're doing, of course, their Christmas show, and it's going to be this Sunday, December 8th at 4:30 p.m. at the Spectrum. And it's a wonderful holiday concert. They're going to have a young 9-year-old genius playing piano, Avery Gagliano. That number there is 888-841-2787 if necessary, or look them up, nationalchamberensemble.org. Wonderful, wonderful group. It'll set the holiday season off right. First stage at Tyson's Corner, they're doing that silly, crazy Noises Off, where it shows backstage a theater group that all screwed up trying to put on a show. It's so damn funny, it isn't funny. So anyway, this is, let's see, plays through December 29 over at 1524 Spring Hill Road, just off Tyson's Corner. Wonderful show. Faction of Fools, one of my favorite groups. They use the Commedia dell'arte, Italian Renaissance kind of approach to comedy with masks and movements and things like that. They're playing through December 22 at Elstad Auditorium at Gallaudet University. That's at 800 Florida Avenue Northeast. Really, it's a treat. You shouldn't miss it, and it gives you an insight into that wonderful tradition. The In Series is finishing up with their third part of this operatic pieces they do. It's called A Family Reunion. I defy anybody in this audience. It's at the Tivoli Theater up 14th Street, 3333 14th Street in the district. It's about an aging mother and her troubles and dementia. I can't think of anybody who isn't touched by this kind of show. Anyway, call them up at 202-204-7763 or check the website inseries.org. Studio Theater, they've got 2 plays together in repertories. In other words, the same cast, and what a cast! I mean, there's people in this thing that are known throughout the Washington area. People like Rick Fauché, Ted Van Griesen, Sarah Marshall, Kimberly Schraff, Elizabeth Perotti, and Jeremy Webb. Great shows. It falls under the Apple Family Plays. It's through December 29, the Studio Theater, 14th and P Street. For information, call 202-332-3300 or check the web, studiotheater.org. It's really, really a wonderful show. And let's see now, the Metro Stage has a Broadway Christmas Carol. It's really 3 people, wonderful people doing comedy and stuff and songs, a whole bunch of songs about Christmas time, Scrooge and all that, but the tunes, from Broadway shows that are so popular. Just a wonderful thing. It's through December 22, Metro Stage. If you've never been there, it's in North Alexandria. For tickets, 800-494-8497, or check the web. It's always the best thing, metrostage.org. It's just a fun, wonderful show. Get you in the holiday spirit. And finally, I want to tell you about, Maurice Hines. Any of you older people like Nort and others on the show. Yeah, others on the show. It used to be Heinz, and Dad. You remember that?
Absolutely.
Well, anyway, this is Maurice Heinz. He's 70 years old now.
Wow.
He does such a nostalgic thing and a reference to his brother Gregory, who used to be with him. You know, Gregory Heinz, and just he has on the stage at the arena stage. He has nice little chatter and pat. It's so sincere, so sweet. And pictures flashed up on the screen of family members and other people like Frank Sinatra, you know, 40 years ago, that kind of thing. And so he does a wonderful show, and then he brings on with him some kids and all. Just terrific show. Anyway, check him at 202-488-3300 or check the website, arenastage.org. Merry Christmas. Goodbye.
All right.
Well, we still have a couple
Thanks,
more
Rich.
shows.
Heinz and Heinz. I do remember Heinz and Heinz. I guess that puts me in that others as unnamed category.
Right.
Okay, hey, I'm getting waggling a wave over there from our floor producer. Here we go with our News for Seniors segment. First item, the annual Virginia Encore Chorale's holiday concert is coming up Sunday afternoon, December 15. The Encore Chorale, first called the Senior Singers of Northern Virginia, has been performing for 12 years. This year, they'll be accompanied by the Symphony Orchestra of Northern Virginia. The concert is free, thanks F, and open to the public, and will be held at Kenmore Middle School, 200 South Carlin Springs Road. That's coming up Sunday, December 15. It'll begin at 3 o'clock. For more information and for registration information, tickets and everything, 703-228-4721. That should be a good one. Daniel.
Fred, this is a great story. One of the more popular programs within Arlington's Office of Senior Adult Programs is, you guessed it, the travel program.
Travel, you bet.
Travel volunteer Jean Lux will discuss the program and how to sign up. Jean will be at the Lee Senior Center on Tuesday, December the 10th at 1 p.m. She will also listen to suggestions for trips and how to travel and how you should decide on your trip and how to explore it. Just give them a call at the Lee Senior Center to register. That's at 703-228-0555.
You bet. Thanks, Daniel. And finally, in our News for Seniors items, Katie Strong, who is a registered dietitian from the Virginia Cooperative Extension Office, will demonstrate healthy cooking ideas. That's coming up Tuesday, December 10 at 11 in the morning at Langston Brown Senior Center. And then again Thursday, December 12 at 1 in the afternoon. And that'll be held at Walter Reed Senior Center. Both sessions are FREE free. For more information and to register, call Langston Brown at 703-228-6300 or Walter Reed at 703-228-0955. That should be a good one as well. And as always, thanks to Judy Masabny.
Thank you, Judy.
Of the Office of Senior Adult Programs for helping us out, sending these announcements. We appreciate it, Judy. All right, to wrap it up now, here's Miriam Gennari and her guests from...
Hey, Miriam.
Thank you, and welcome to this edition of the Sustainable Scoop. I'm Miriam Gennari, and I'm here today with Jacomina Duray and Frank Wilson. Everyone knows you, Frank. They're here representing, and I'm going to read this, the Virginia Organized for Interfaith Community Engagement. And again, the Virginia Organized for Interfaith Community Engagement goes by the name...
We really call it Voice.
Voice. That's
Voice is what we want you to know.
And actually, that's what a lot of people know. Yeah. Between your community of churches coming together regionally, Northern Virginia, but also specifically today we're going to talk about your work here in Arlington on affordable housing.
That's correct.
Thanks for being
with
us.
The interfaith brings in what we're trying to do in Arlington, the good part of this.
Well, you know, when we put our faith together with our high hopes, anything is possible. I want to start by saying that we've talked on this show about affordable housing before. I wore my favorite shirt. I don't mean to be an alarmist, but it is gone. I'm sorry, not gone yet. I take that back. There's been some good news and some developments. So let's start with you, Jacomina. Tell me some of the developments in affordable housing.
Well, I think we should start with the good news, that in Arlington we have a county board that is very concerned about affordable housing, and has done really good work, because just look at what they recently adopted in the Columbia Pike Plan, where they really have set a sight of not losing affordable housing. And then look at what is going to happen this week when there's the open house on Arlington Mills.
Oh, Arlington Mills, a huge
I mean,
success
that is
story. Talk
such
a little
success.
bit about the uniqueness of Arlington Mills and how they built it so that it benefited the entire community.
It does, because the land belongs to Arlington County, and it has a beautiful community center that benefits the whole community. And then it has affordable housing, and the affordable housing is truly geared towards the people who do not earn a whole lot of income, to the $30,000 to $50,000 range.
And
but imagine there had 3,600 people standing out there to try and get the 122 units.
Oh, it must have felt like winning the lottery. I know people who benefit from Arlington's affordable housing program, and they are not only grateful, but their families thrive in this community. And we have so many success stories. Frank, talk about the success that you believe is possible for families of all backgrounds here in Arlington, and how it's important to maintain that diversity through affordable housing.
Over the years, we've had what I consider is diversity with many different groups. But what is happening now is that with the income of people that work for the county, that work in Arlington, Virginia, it's not at the level that will make them to be able to live here. And what's that going to do? It's going to end up affecting the diversity of the county, and that's extremely, extremely important.
Well, when I think about all of the wonderful bilingual schools and education we have here in Arlington, it seems so wonderful to imagine teachers being able to stay after school and help students, or teachers being able to attend functions on the weekends, but they can't do that if they live out in Annandale or
Prince William,
or Prince William
Woodbridge,
County.
Yeah.
So how was the Columbia Pike area particularly important in terms of a success for recognizing and preserving affordable housing?
It's been extremely important in terms of that. Columbia Pike has changed quite a bit in the last several years. However, with Arlington Mill, that's a large star that we can give ourselves. However, there is a lot of folks who applied for housing that are still out in the cold when you describe the housing aspect of it.
So recently in the last election on the ballot was a referendum for a housing authority, and it did not succeed. And the housing authority would have, to my understanding, been a method in which to administer affordable housing and plan for it. But the people who are concerned about affordable housing have not given up. In fact, your interfaith coalition has brought together how many signatures do you want to report that you've been able?
10,000.
10,000 signatures.
We said in June, at the end of June, we're going to collect 10,000 signatures. We did it by last week.
You've got the 10,000
We got 'em.
signatures.
We have the
It's a
10,000
pile.
signatures.
You know, and that's a significant
And-
number of people. And what are they saying in this petition?
And it's diversity in this. There are people that, for an example, teachers, firemen, and others that I've got signatures from, is they work in Arlington, but they can't afford to live here. Now, if you know the teachers and the firemen can't afford to live here, what about the bus drivers for the school system? What about the people that operate heavy equipment for the county?
What about the wonderful custodians in our schools
Yes.
that work so hard? We don't want them to have to commute to get here. So how much affordable housing do we need? What would be reasonable, or what's the plan?
We don't know what's reasonable, a lot, but we have asked in this petition for 1,000 to 1,500 because we say we think the county can do 1,000 or 1,500 on the available public land. And so
Well,
you
you know-
start off by saying the available public land, what is it? The county manager gave a list of properties that she said were underutilized in January. We looked at some, we added some ourselves, but we don't really care where. But we say the county could look at available land like they did in Arlington Mills.
Well,
that was their land.
That's their success story. I know Washington, D.C. is having a tremendous amount of success in building affordable housing, but they have to be very careful every step of the way because development happens so fast sometimes that you misjudge the project, and before you know it, people can't afford to live here. Single parents, our young graduates, are they ever going to move out from our homes?
From our basements.
Yeah, think about it, right?
Ooh.
So this is and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a project that you went to every corner of the county. So there are signatures
correct.
from Yorktown, from Hoffman, Boston, from Oak Ridge,
From
all the way
all
to
the
Kenmore
farmers'
and
markets.
Swanson, farmers
From
markets.
every farmer's market in the county.
All right, so
everywhere.
big day coming up. On December 12th, you are going to be in front of the county board's office and you're going to present, no, you're not going to present,
No.
you're going to announce what we're telling you now is that you have 10,000 citizens and probably many more, and you invite them to come out on the 12th as you announce that you will see the county board on December 14th, Saturday, to testify and also to present these signatures.
Actually
And that
built
is Saturday morning.
Saturday morning,
Saturday
and you will
morning.
both be there.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
then I plan to be there too.
Oh, lovely.
I am so thrilled for the work that you've done. We are very grateful that you're keeping the focus of affordable housing on the radar. It's a very important part of the future of Arlington, and this is definitely an important segment for the Sustainable Scoop. So I want to thank you for watching the Arlington Weekly News. I want to thank my guests, Frank and Yamina. Yacomina, I apologize. Back to you at the news desk.
All right, thanks, Miriam,
Thank you,
and her
Miriam.
guests from Voice, talking about affordable housing in Arlington. That's about a wrap for this edition of the Arlington Weekly News. Anything else to add before we go, gentlemen?
Just good night.
Just good night.
Oh, next week will be goodies.
Goodies next week?
Yeah.
I guess maybe Santa. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Next week, you'll be there, we'll be here, and we'll do it all again. Have a safe week. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.